Capture the objective.
Does take a lot of damage. Do find a kill onto the Kiri. Soldier. Now SMSU pushing out, trying to find the Ryan. The Ryan does pin the Mauga, does get the kill. SMSU trying to keep up the Ryan here, does get the kill onto the Ryan. Now SMSU did lose the fight in the back end of it though. SMSU are going to contest, but Alex is very low on sight. Does get taken out. SMSU got split up really hard there. SMSU focusing maybe a little too much on the Reinhardt. Oh, OG Johnny gets taken out here. Sojourn versus Sojourn, and SMSU loses that 1v1. Now SMSU regrouping here. Finds the players isolated right here. Onto the Reaper. The Reaper is being made out. SMSU going to try chasing. Does not get the kill. Reaper does get out. SMSU trying to approach here. Very similar. Phoenix is just taken out. Gets isolated too much. Too far.
This ends now.
SMSU now. Engaged on this one. 46, 47%, so SMSU still do have time to get here. But we will see.
Not so fast.
SMSU 60% for MSOE this first site. SMSU changing things pretty heavily, trying to find the other site. Cassidy here. SMSU trying to challenge Reaper able to fade out. SMSU do find 2 kills though. Trying to isolate the members of their opponents here. Does find the 3rd kill. And the 4th as Ryan gets taken out. SMSU do get site control. Now SMSU are going to look to defend this site. 92% got for MSOE though. Alt situation, SMSU is down 1 bill. MSOE is pretty good. SMSU very well. Maintain this site to get involved before this fight starts. Maybe a match of limits to combo those together. I think MSOE's playing very patient. Yeah, these systems go back at Bait comes out, gets taken very low, but fight back, now jumps in, but gets focused out. SMSU are going to lose site control, 93%. SMSU are going to need a late touch. But do they have anybody who can touch here? Ooh, Juno jumps onto site, does die for it. Does get the overtime, but SMSU aren't going to be able to touch with anyone else. I think a Symmetra change may have been what they needed.
Score 1-0.
Not able to in the first round here.
Ready for battle.
SMSU, they played well. I think MSOE just played very smart. such a large man.
Capture the objective.
Sledger coming out from the other side here. Leading SMSU to set the high position. SMSU looking to player.
Area
Another right. No one during that time had gotten site control. A little surprising all the time. SMSU with the lead on this. The building here, trying to play away from the soldier.
not so fast.
Soldier gonna jump on the second base, take it pretty low. Chani gets taken out. SMSU will not be able to find finish on that kill. Orisa very low here, but SMSU can't find the engage. Down two members. Small for as long as possible. Does find the engage there on the Reaper, but now they're gonna get pushed by the Orisa. SMSU trying to push forward. Orisa off here. Spear comes out. SMSU
Protecting.
bit of a breather here. MSOE is able to get sight control. Hyena getting taken very low, but now he's able to heal up Ojichani and shot 2 kills. SMSU lose 1, they lose 2 as the Reaper ults the backline, but now they are going to try to find that Reaper. Fade comes out, and Reaper... Okay. Very worried for a moment there. SMSU maintains sight control, 47, 48% here. And SMSU has 5 ults. Orisa
This ends now.
That's very low. That's they do find that kill, but they do lose. Run to the Reaper. Reaper now behind the Bastion. SMSU gotta fight this Reaper off. SMSU are able to find all their 4 kills though. It's a matter of 3 kills one if SMSU get the rest. 80% done. Sight is almost controlled for SMSU here. Separate their opponents here. Pretty low and does die. SMSU do find the Orisa. They do lose Darkness Luna as well though. SMSU need to focus up here. They're not all hitting the same target. They are really struggling to find kills because of that. Now Mauga trying to find an engagement. Reaper taking SMSU in the back line. Mauga finds a stomp, but Lucio comes out. Netta does make it back. Netta trying to do a lot of damage, but taken very low, does get out. I just exist to take it out now. SMSU are going to do sight control. Have to regroup here. They did pull all of their ults for that. Now looking at the Reaper, forcing fade. The Suzu comes out as well. SMSU trying to push in.
This ends now.
Waiting. Nina taking very low here. SMSU trying to get him up. Ochi does get a kill on Lucio though, and I just exist onto the soldier here. SMSU do lose actually fight a little bit 5 versus 4 here. I think SMSU can back off of this aggressive position.
狐の鍵爪を解き放て Огонь по готовности.
Just out of position, and the Zariel lands onto her end. SMSU do not have blocks to pop. They're all too skilled to do this. They do not have position. SMSU are going to side control. As they lose that team fight, they do have 3 ults available now.
This ends now.
Oh, OG is gonna get a upshooter with Hyena, but
Trail the Mahogany. And we will be back shortly with map number 2.
All right, here we are. We are back. Audio issues are fixed, hopefully. Let us know at home if the audio is still not working. And we are just getting into things here. MSOE did take the first map, SMSU choosing Push and Coliseo for their map choice. And SMSU on the ball. Genji here, pretty heavy dive coming out from SMSU. Look to see if they are able to get onto those backline carries that were causing them problems last game. And ball rolling out aggressively into mid right away. Reinhardt on the other side here being the tank of choice. The ball Reinhardt matchup, I believe, is okay for ball. It's kind of hard for Reinhardt to pin. Vendetta doing a lot of damage. Ball, a lot of confusion, and might find a kill onto the Lucio. Not able to. OG does get the kill onto the Vendetta, though, on Genji. And SMSU trying to capitalize off that first pick. I Just Exist taken pretty low, and SMSU do find a second kill. They do lose I Just Exist, though. Now ball onto the backline, getting walled off, though. Has the shield up. SMSU do find another kill, but they lose another. 3 for 3. SMSU on site here. SMSU win just barely that first engagement. Now Vendetta wants revenge onto OG. Has to use the reflect. Trying to get healed up here. All of healers on SMSU are dead. So SMSU gonna back off here and wait for the rest of their team to regroup. They did get the first push, 15 meters done. Now ball onto the back line, but Reinhardt trying to disengage here. Genji trying to find this kill onto Kiri, and SMSU do find it. Both DPS are pretty low. I Just Exist does die. Now Hyena being the target. SMSU lose 2 for 2. SMSU find the Mei really low here, but they can't finish the kill. Ball trying to get out now. SMSU down a player. Lucio gets capitalized on, but ball does drop. And SMSU do lose that fight. Very intense, very close fight. SMSU finding the kills, but unable to escape the aggressive position they are in. SMSU now losing the lead on push. Ball ulting onto site, but it doesn't really find anyone for now. It is a difficult ult to deal with, but Reinhardt is going to pin the ball. Ball is going to have to try to get out. Finds a health pack and is now healthy. Looking for the back line here. Trying to capitalize, trying to cause some confusion in the backline ranks. SMSU trying to find the Kiri, and they do find it. Now Genji Blade comes out onto the backline. Reinhardt gets taken out. SMSU find 3 for 1. Now they're going to continue pushing forward. Can they find Lucio? They do. And SMSU making sure the bot is always moving here. That's the name of the game. This bot needs to be pushing forward at all opportunities. SMSU should get the lead from that. But SMSU, they flunder a little bit. They aren't getting the push. Now Hyena onto the back line. Genji being focused down. 5 ults available from MSOE. The hammer down comes out. It gets delayed, but it still comes through. Genji gets dropped. SMSU trying to disengage here. Now comes the Mei ult. Reinhardt charge. SMSU lose 2. 2 ults used, 2 kills onto SMSU. SMSU trying to disengage here. The Vendetta chasing really hard. Vendetta does find that kill. It's a big stagger. And SMSU are unable to trade any kills. Now here comes the Vendetta ult out. That is gonna kill Ball. I Just Exist has to blow the icicle. Is gonna probably die here, but no, gets knocked up by the Reinhardt doesn't die. Genji trying to protect him here, but Genji does drop. The Lucio ult comes out. SMSU really struggling against these ults coming out from MSOE. The bot has been moving this whole time. SMSU lose Fracture there. They do get the Reinhardt. I Just Exist. It's focused down, is able to get Cube off though. Vendetta causing a lot of issues for SMSU. They finally do find that kill. SMSU up 2-0 here on kills in this team fight. But 66 meters pushed. MSOE with a big advantage in push. Reinhardt maybe sitting looking for... Okay, SMSU do sniff it out. Not going to get charged without expecting it here. And here comes the Kiri ult onto the SMSU team. But SMSU dropped the Mei ult, and they're going to get a freeze onto the Reinhardt. Can they focus this kill down? It is very low. SMSU find 2 for 1 ult. That is a great trade. And SMSU should be able to find the rest here. 3 kills. SMSU should keep this moving. 4 kills. Genji onto the Lucio. 5 kills. But the fight happened so fast here. SMSU were unable to push the robot very far before the respawns come through here. SMSU didn't use much for ults. They do still have the ult advantage. Now jumping onto Hyena. Hyena a little bit alone here. Pretty scary position to be in. Blocking here, trying to survive for as long as possible. Here comes the Genji ult, trying to capitalize, and here comes the Ramatra ult. SMSU capitalizing on people overextending. SMSU find 4 kills in the fight, and they will take the lead and get to the checkpoint. This will allow further spawns. Their spawn will be now closer to their opponents here. Very important to get. The robot's going to take a quick break, and now he's going to start pushing again. SMSU going to continue trying to make progress here. Here, ults being popped all over, but the ice wall comes out. It's a great ice wall. SMSU do not lose anybody. Actually, they are the ones finding the kills. They find the Mei and the Orisa and the Lucio here. SMSU capitalizing with a very, very good Mei wall onto this door. They pop their ults, and SMSU denies it by walling them off. Very well done from I Just Exist there. And SMSU do still have the ult advantage as MSOE popped a lot of ults to finally engage there. I Just Exist taken pretty low, and Ramatra getting walled off here. And SMSU lose Darkness Luna, who teleported in to try to help. SMSU lose 2 kills, they find 1 back. OG trying to get out now. SMSU bailing on this team fight. They're going to try to get as many players out as possible. Fate's Wrath may be able to get out here. Ramatra helping with the slow field. And SMSU have the lead, 111 to 66. 3 minutes remaining. Or first one to push all the way to the end. SMSU walling off for now. And here comes the Kiri ult onto SMSU. SMSU gonna try to disengage here. They don't need to win this fight necessarily. This is not an important fight. I would like to see them not overcommit. They did use the Juno ult. Hyena needs to just die here, needs to respawn with the team. Hyena does get staggered. No, actually does respawn with OG. All right, SMSU gonna have a team fight. 2 ults to 2 ults, both Mays having their ult. This is gonna be a lot of area control. The name of this team fight is who can control the area around the team fight the best. And SMSU gonna start off with an ult, but a Vendetta ult lands, finds a bunch of damage. SMSU lose 3, 4 kills. And SMSU gonna get wiped, and that is gonna be lead likely going to MSOE. I don't think SMSU are gonna get able to contest here in time. Maybe they will. Maybe Genji is gonna dash on site here. Does dash to site, maybe a little risky. He's just trying to live here and prevent the push. The Rissa ult though onto SMSU. It does not find any kills. SMSU do lose 1 eventually, but they pop the Ramatra ult back. And Ramatra ult very good in this situation. SMSU find 2-3 kills. They lose 2 themselves. This is a very tight fight as Darkness Luna is very low, trying to live, trying to find the kill onto the main. Does find the kill onto the main, and SMSU win the fight. Darkness Luna. Wow, well played. Nice moves. Able to jump around and stay out of range. SMSU maintaining a 3-meter lead. And now both teams are going to be fully regrouped here. SMSU, they have the Kiri ult available. Will they want to pop it here? This is a good opportunity to pop it. SMSU, they do find a kill into the Rissa, but they lose the Kiri at the same time. They're trying to deal with this Vendetta, who's looking really hard for Darkness Luna, and they do find the kill onto Darkness Luna. SMSU down in this fight. They need to get out. They need to reset. They need to die together and not staggered, so they all respawn at the same time. SMSU lose 3, and they need to be careful here. They cannot get picked. 6 seconds left. This is going to go to overtime. If SMSU win the next team fight, they will win on push. SMSU missed the wall on the Zarya, but here's the Kiri ult. Both teams popping Kiri ult, and SMSU loses I Just Exist right off the bat. The Vendetta ult onto I Just Exist, and the Mei ult onto Hyena. SMSU, they need to pull out a miracle here. SMSU just trying to stay alive, trying to contest point for as long as possible, but no one will be able to get out in time. SMSU lose on push in a nail-biting round.
Play of the game.
The Vendetta Tail Spear gonna get play of the game here. Oh, this is a good ult. So unexpected. Finds so much damage. And we will be back shortly with map number 3. SMSU down 2-0 right now. They need to find a solution for what is going on in these team fights. We will be back shortly. All right, we are back on Eichenwald here. Not, I wouldn't say a typical SMSU map, but SMSU has had some changes in their lineup in the last semester. They did have a good Eichenwald map in the middle of the semester last year, so hopefully able to duplicate that success. The Mauga back out, unbanned this game. And SMSU are going to be on that. The Mauga Brig, very good front line. With the Mei is so much area control and frontline pressure. OG on the Sojourn, a little bit of a safer DPS pick since most of his team is going to be playing aggressive. Darkness Luna playing with him up here. Just going to try to get some free alt charge here. Look at that, 15% gotten from just that sneaky little play. Very well done. It doesn't seem like a lot, but that is the difference maker in these tight games. And SMSU looking for an engage onto the Reaper. The Reaper is going to fade out. SMSU going back off a little bit here. Oh, SMSU! I don't know if they saw what was happening. They recontested. They didn't even icicle, and SMSU taken very low right away here as they're down a player, and SMSU are in a world of hurt right away here. Reaper going to be running down the back line here, and SMSU are going to lose site control in the first 15 seconds of this map. SMSU tries to ice wall somebody off to find a kill, and SMSU swapping to the Reinhardt. And that is going to be site given over.
Stop the payload.
SMSU making some pretty significant swaps with their team comp. OG going to the Vendetta here. Oh, and Vendetta onto the Reaper. Reaper doing so much damage. The shotgun's at close range. And SMSU do find a pick onto the Zarya during that 1v1 fight. SMSU backing off a little bit here, though. Don't want to hold too aggressively in this position. Fracture taken very low. SMSU, they need to heal. Darkness Luna, okay, finally finding the heal, but now Reinhardt gets taken down. Some miscommunication happening. SMSU should be backing off and trying to get space, not running forward. And Vendetta trying really hard to win this 2 versus 1. OG taken low now. Brig taken out. And there comes the Reaper ult on to 3. SMSU down 4 players, and this is going to be a Reinhardt pin as well. SMSU kind of getting steamrolled at the beginning of this game versus MSOE on Eichenwald here. SMSU should be able to contest the time. Actually, they're not going to. No one makes it out. The payload is going to reach SMSU. Big mistake there. Not understanding the timing, and they're going to lose a player for it. The pin. Both players pin each other there. The collide. Hyena just getting ran at, though. Too low to fight this. Hammerdown comes out and doesn't get anyone. Hyena dead now. And the counter ults are going to come across. SMSU getting ran over by MSOE. 5 minutes remaining on the clock, and MSOE are almost already fully pushed. Ramatra comes out now. But, oh, Tailspear finds 1 kill onto OG right away. SMSU lose 2. They lose 3. And the Reinhardt ult comes out. SMSU get wiped, and that is the quickest I have seen a team cap on Eichenwald, I think, ever.
Score 0-3.
Now SMSU are going to be challenged to do the same thing. It is still comebackable, but this is a very difficult situation to be in.
Initiating match.
MSOE setting a record pace for completion of the push. SMSU, we will see what they go for a team comp. You need a team comp that can win the fights quickly here. You don't want stalled out fights because you need to be moving fast in order to match that time.
Ready for battle.
See what they decide. They have about 40 seconds before the round starts to talk it out, figure out what went wrong, what can they change. On the other side, Sigma coming out here, a very good stall tank, very good poke engagements. The Reaper has been very good from MSOE here. All right, getting things kicked off right away.
Attackers incoming.
Tracer coming out from OG was not a character we see him on a lot. Did play quite a bit of Tracer a year or two ago for the team. SMSU are approaching, but they lose Darkness Luna right away, and I Just Exist gets picked off as well. SMSU have to back off right away here. Back to spawn, SMSU go. We're gonna make any swaps. No swaps coming out yet. Oh, there is the swap to the Reinhardt. Oh, 2 swaps coming out. Farah gonna be the choice here. Farah taking a lot of damage early here. Trying to get out. Does disengage and get healed up. SMSU getting stonewalled a little bit here, and Farah gets taken out. I don't know if Farah is the right choice against the Sojourn. He's good against the Reaper, I'll give it. Sigma just walling off the Bastion for now. SMSU gonna go ahead and swap tanks again, it looks like. Going to the Diva, a little bit more dive pressure here. Trying to find some solution to what's been going on, and SMSU, they take quite a bit of damage. They swap to the Genji as well. And now Kyriel is going to go across, but SMSU are so low, and SMSU lose 1. The rest of them are so low here. And OG is taken out as well. This is a very difficult spot to be in. At this point, they realize that they have to push immediately now. Each time they're rebuffed here is going to give them less time if this goes to overtime. Now, I Just Exist on the Echo. Hyena pushing up here. Now, Window comes out, but it's a little bit ahead of where SMSU are. And MSOE is able to play around the corner. I Just Exist pretty low. SMSU going to teleport in and heal him up. OG now taken pretty low. Sigma onto the SMSU's backline. And Darkness has to stay alive here. Is able to stay alive for now. Does get taken out eventually. And SMSU just aren't able to trade any kills here. 2 kills now. Both the supports of SMSU are down. SMSU. 1 minute remains on the clock. All right. One more attempt at it here. 36 seconds. OG does have ult on the Genji, and SMSU are going to try to bypass their team. They're going straight to site, and the Genji ult gets popped, jumping onto the back line. SMSU do find 1 kill. They lose 1 back. Now OG gets taken out. They've lost 2. SMSU trying to cap point, but this is going to be very difficult. Diva ult comes out, does find a kill. Hyena is able to get remexed in time, but the Sigma ult comes across. I Just Exist getting focused down. Now Hyena popped out of mech, and SMSU get taken out on site. And that is likely going to be it. SMSU, actually, OG is able to get on site and contest here. They're trying their best, but it's just a bad situation. And there it goes. SMSU defeated on the first week of regular season. Overwatch going to fall down 0-1. MSOE the stronger team today.
Play of the game.
And while I'll say control and push were very close, MSOE really had SMSU's number on Eichenwald on the hybrid. Hyena dying for play of the game there. And that is it from us tonight. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Make sure you tune in next week. I believe we will have Marvel Rivals at 8 p.m. CST on Tuesday. So go ahead and tune into that and have a good weekend.